We're back for another night of the Diet Dr. Pepper series. The Gen 4s were back in Darlington to try to sweep the weekend. We got ourselves on the front row somehow in qualifying out of 40 cars. Quite a large field. 95 laps. See if we can get a top 5 here. That's what I'm really aiming for. See when Shane goes here out my window.
Green flag, green flag.
A lot of wheel spin on the start, and hopefully can take care of the tires here early on. We're gonna go to the bottom here and just try to ride that around like last night. No shifter tonight. I had taken that apart and it doesn't work anymore. So we're running the buttons on the steering wheel mini button box I have. It has 3 buttons on it, and that's my shifting for tonight. That's usually where my brake bias is, so I'm kind of scared I'm gonna hit it. But I had no other good place to use a shifter. I can't use a keyboard because that's too far away from me. And the only other option was to run a rim that I have that has paddle shifters on it, but those are smaller diameter, which would throw off my handling. So hopefully I don't hit the buttons during the race. But I believe that's the culprit of why my races were freezing. And I read on the Discord or somewhere online that the ribbon cable was the primary cause of the issues. So I had bought some ribbon cable to put back into it, and I did swap it. But I'm thinking that the plugs were backwards, or one of them was backwards. So it's actually flipping the controls from one side to the other.
All clear, all clear.
Or whatever the inputs are. I didn't look at the orientation of the wires because somebody said they were like JS or J6 or JS6, like battery, like drone battery leads, I guess. So I didn't even think to look to see if one of the ports was flipped relative to what came out of it. But I looked at the cable that came out of it and it looked fine, so I don't know what the problem is. But we went all the way back on brake bias once again tonight. So that's 60 in the garage and 3 forward in the car. That's 63. To start this one, what I did qualifying with, which I was a little nervous that was going to be too much rear brake for qualifying. Really, I rolled the brake bias all the way back for the long run. Currently P2 in points, 89 down on Fulton in front of us. I don't think there's any way to catch him. We'd have to like win out. And then maybe that's possible because it's, well, even then, I think there's only 4 races left of the season. And it's 20 points, I think, if you win over second. So we'd be short unless he did not finish second every race, but there's no way I'm gonna win out. So I don't think it's really possible to catch Colton. But Kevin's back this week. A couple positions behind. He's 36 down on us after he's missed a couple weeks. So we potentially could finish second. Seems like it's most definitely that we're going to finish top 3 because I think Nick is the next one down and he's about 100 points behind Kevin. Maybe almost 200. I don't remember what the number was. But really just out here racing for position or track, you know, racing the track. Racing the races, I guess. Not really points racing, just seeing what we can get out here.
The lead is did up 31.088.
A little easier to manage the tires, I think, tonight with the power that we have in the car. Can at least get it to rotate without too much steering effort, unlike last night where it took us a run to figure out. I mean, we could be melting the tires right now too. But it feels much easier tonight so far. May have to do green flag pit stops, which would be fun. It's been a while since we've had to do that, I think. We didn't do it at Bristol. And my memory, back to Indy, we did not. That wasn't a good race for us. Pocono, we did not. I forget what was before Pocono. But it's been some time since we've had green flag pit stops for sure. Last night had 2 cautions and 1 at halfway, so we did not get a green flag stop there. I guess the last one I recall maybe was Gateway in the Grand National Series. Kind of thinning out up front here. We're getting some big gaps between the leaders. And for top 5, about second between each of the cars, I'm kind of losing touch with Colton. I've got to get it out of the wall, for one, and the other, I got to get brake bias back. And it's not on my wheel, so that's throwing me for a loop, because usually I'll just do that without taking my hands off the wheel.
The lead is did up
At least I know I won't be dropping out because of shifter. That's kind of refreshing. No, we won't be disconnected because our shifter crapped the bed. It's been far too long trying to figure that thing out. Didn't really know what was causing the... I thought it was shifter related, but I didn't know if it was like the USB hub itself, cable or the wire coming out of the shifter, the software. It's just real pain to try to track those down. I also thought at one point it was overloading one of the USB ports, but it's a powered USB hub, and I've ran it with, there's gotta be 10 things plugged into it, and I've ran it like that for 2 years. So I'd read something about like, oh, it's overloading one part of the motherboard, you gotta switch it to another USB port on the PC or something, and I was like, well, I don't think so, because I've ran it like this for 2 years. But we'll see. I really don't want to get another shifter, but I do not really like the other options for shifters either. I've had pretty much all the main ones that are not custom built: the Fanatic, the Thrustmaster, the SHH, and the SimMagic. And everything else I run is SimMagic, so it's nice to have just one software to run everything. Kind of reeling in these two up here. Track temp is warm, 128. We did not see that last night. Does make 1 and 2 a slip and slide. It feels like you just gotta, you're in the set lane that everybody runs, and you have to keep it in the lane, because if you don't, you can't really do 1 and 2. There's no like alternate line. It's like this primary line, or you're slow, slow, slow. Wicked free on exit right now. I don't even need to turn coming out of the corner. The car just rotates, and any wheel or any throttle helps it, makes it want to go around. We got Colton leading laps, so more bonus points for him. Like I said, there's almost no way we can catch Colton. We'd have to get all the bonus points and win all the races, and maybe we might catch him.
Your road is closed. 3, car by. Let up. 6, car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out. Get ready. Pass up. 9, pass up.
Oh, we're back under green. Or not quite. Everybody, it was just so strung out. Ridiculous.
Green flag, green flag.
We got caught for speeding, which was like, I mean, I should have got caught for speeding last night, but this was really ridiculous. It was like barely over the speed limit. So now we're back 34th. The goal, I guess, is to not die. I don't think there's any way we can get back to the top 5.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
The whole field was all strung out, coming off the pits, and luckily nobody else got black flagged, I don't think, or caught up in that. We didn't give anybody a black flag, not being right place in line.
Got one inside. Still there. Still there. Clear low, clear low. Got one outside. Still there. Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
We may have time to make up quite a few positions, though. It was pretty early. We do still have to make another pit stop, potentially, unless we save. Which we could try to save and make it. I don't really feel like saving and trying to make it. But I think we'll try. I really want to do this, but I don't even know if it's possible.
Fueling up now. Should get us to the finish. Got one outside. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
Almost 2 gallons is a lot to save. That's like six laps, almost 5-6 laps of fuel.
The leader just did a 30.72. Got one outside. Still there? Hold your line. You're clear high, clear high.
But at least Kevin's back here, because that's who we're trying to keep points away from. So if we can keep Kevin in our sights, not gain that much.
Go low. Inside.
Of
All
course.
You got wheel damage.
Well, that's the end of our race.